EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
At the 49.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. Over the middle, it's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Chubb. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Williams on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Minshew
At the 46
sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he knocks it through.
Good. That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Brown.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
The Browns, first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A little juke. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. the shotgun. It's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go. Let's do it. Make it happen.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Cleveland.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Hey, Charlie,
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Minshew sets to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
For Jacksonville.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that thing. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now Chubb. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
40 seconds to Mike. 40 seconds to Mike.
Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Westbrook now on the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4.
36. Don't say nothing. Go. 36 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Myles Garrett. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Go. Mike, 36.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 92 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time out of Chubb. 61 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Browns 33, Jaguars 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows?
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Intercepted.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Avery Williamson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars 14.
2nd and 8 coming up.
March 47. March 47.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there by Gordon. 57 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lambo on for the extra point.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
It is good. Makes the score Browns 33, Jaguars 21.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short gain down to about the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's coming, he's coming.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the ground, it's Chubb. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
36.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
21.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. Confidence to give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So